What was supposed to be a quiet night turned into the beginning of the end. Just the two of us, eating dinner and settling in for a movie neither of us would remember by morning. The kind of evening that feels simple but safe, when love has eased into routine. At least, that's what I believed. She chuckled at something on her phone, the screen casting a faint glow across her face in the dim room. For a split second, I saw a name I didn't recognize, and a dull ache twisted in my chest. She caught my eyes on her screen, quickly turned it face down, and let out another laugh. "It's nothing, just a friend," she said casually. But when someone shields their phone that fast, it doesn't take proof to know something's off. I tried to shove the thought aside, to lose myself in the comfort of the evening, pretending I hadn't just seen the first fracture in the life we'd built together. But my mind refused to let it go. Her smile felt staged. Her touch lacked the warmth I used to know. Her eyes seemed distant, unreachable. That night, I stayed quiet. No accusations, no arguments, just silence. But once you notice the cracks, you can't stop seeing them. She started staying up later than usual, her phone now locked, her face lighting up with messages she never wanted me to see. I felt like a shadow inside my own home, watching her slip into someone else while still wearing the face of the woman I once loved. One evening, I broke. She was in the shower, steam fogging the glass, when her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I hadn't planned to touch it, honestly, I hadn't. But my hand moved on its own, driven by instincts I wasn't ready to face. I unlocked it. There was his name again. But it wasn't just a random text this time. It was hundreds. Endless messages. Photos. Shared memories. Plans made without me. Secrets. Jokes. Laughter that used to be ours. This wasn't an accident. It was deliberate. She hadn't simply betrayed me, she had replaced me. I didn't wait for her to step out of the shower. I didn't need her excuses, her explanations, or her rehearsed apologies. I packed a bag with only the essentials and walked out. No note. No goodbye. Just silence. She never expected me to actually leave, but she no longer knew me at all. The days that followed blurred together. I checked into a cheap hotel and ignored her flood of texts and calls. At first, she bombarded me with messages. "Where are you? We need to talk. This isn't fair. I can explain." But what was there left to explain? She had already made her choice, and I had made mine. I blocked her number, deleted our photos, unfollowed her on every platform. I tried to erase her from my life, though you can never truly erase someone you once loved. You only learn how to quiet the echo. 2 weeks later, I moved into a small apartment and began piecing myself back together. Some nights, I still reached for her in the dark, my body clinging to old habits, a cruel reminder of what I'd lost. But little by little, the silence turned into peace. The sharp ache dulled. I could breathe again. 6 months later, she found me. I was walking home from work, groceries in hand, earbuds dangling, when I turned the corner and saw her waiting by my building. She looked smaller somehow, not in body, but in spirit, as if guilt had hollowed her out. "Hey," she said softly, like no time had passed. I didn't answer, just stared. "Can we talk?" she asked. I should have walked away. But something held me there. Maybe a need for answers, or maybe to see if she'd finally admit the truth. We sat at a small cafe nearby, one I'd made part of my new routine. She stirred her coffee without sipping it, her hands trembling. Her voice cracked as she said, "I never thought you'd actually leave." That was her mistake. She thought love made me weak. It hadn't. Love had given me the strength to walk away. She claimed it wasn't serious, that she was confused, that it had all been a mistake. But mistakes don't last months. Mistakes don't start every morning with good morning texts. Mistakes don't replace the person you promised forever to. She cried, saying she missed me, that her world felt empty without me. And I believed her. But belief doesn't erase betrayal. Regret isn't the same as love. "I don't want your forgiveness," she whispered. I just needed you to know I still think about us. I nodded, and for the first time in months, I felt nothing. No anger. No longing. Just clarity. You think about us, I said quietly. But when it mattered, you didn't fight for us. She had no reply. She couldn't. She just sat there, waiting for me to say more. But there was nothing left to say. I left her at that table and walked back to my life. A life without space for someone who once believed I would stay no matter what. When people show you your worth in their lives, believe them. Don't wait for closure or apologies that arrive too late. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away when they least expect it, and never turn back.